What's up? What's up, everyone? Woohoo! Ethereum at 350, guys. Woo! Where the people at? I think it's like 11 o'clock. What's up, everyone? Did you buy some Ethereum at 300, guys? Man, Ethereum is now at what, 350? So those who were stuck at the high, I hope you guys are closing in on your break-even price. What's up, everyone? What's up, Ed? Hey. It's like 1 degree here. It's really cold. Should I FOMO buy? No, maybe not. But I think it's because of Casper Testnet going live, right? What's up, Josh? What's up? Hey, but what's up, Brian? Yeah, so guys, we kind of missed everything. we can't buy Jack now. Everything seems to be so expensive. So that's why I'm gonna be talking a little bit about Ethereum, yeah, and Casper. I think Casper have been on the testnet. You know, the thing about Ethereum is that it's a little bit slower in terms of a project, and I think because of the fact that Casper is being tested live, like as we speak. I think 2 days ago the news was on CoinDesk. It's not like the latest news, okay, guys, but I was just wondering why was the price of Ethereum just continuing to climb. So maybe because of that, but other than that, yeah, I guess the crypto scene moves based on very simple things like, oh, you know, testnet. Guys, testnet is just a testnet, right? But if eventually Ethereum moves to proof of stake, I guess people will feel a little bit more excited, and people will start FOMOing and buying Ethereum. Well, I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy for people who are able finally closing in on their very high Ethereum price, because I think some people bought Ethereum very, very high. You know, I'm not sure. Yeah. Thanks, Ed. I wish I was a young kid. Hey, Michael, what's up? Testnet on EOS. Oh yes, that's right. EOS has been moving up quite a bit as well. Just before I left for Switzerland, right? I bought I mean, I punted. I bought quite a bit of EOS. So, but it's still far away, guys. Okay, let's just put it this way. EOS is still far away. They still don't have like a full-on working product. They're still in IC. I mean, I think they're already past the look. I don't even know how long the ICO is, but anyway, it has started to gain some momentum. People are actually you know, I think the price is gonna recover back above $2, and I think I bought it when it was 160, 170. So now it's about 190. I think it's all good. You know, put in a couple of you know, some kind of spare change there, and then waiting for some magic to happen. Yeah, so far so good. I guess the altcoin market's now at 230 billion, guys. Oh, they still have half the ICO left. Shit. Oh man. Okay, thanks so much, Josh. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. Okay, that was a good pun. Not that I'm doing anything about it. I mean, look, it's just buying and keeping. I'm not actively trading anything. For my quantum. So my strategy is quite simple. I bought like I buy quantum occasionally, and then I put like 30% on the exchange, just so that I can capitalize on any random spikes. You know, because this market is very random, guys. And I think as much as we love to stay invested in certain cryptocurrencies, and if we want to accumulate, I think the 70-30% strategy, or even to 80-20% strategy, is pretty good. So what I do is that I have a certain amount of a particular crypto that I like. I leave it on the exchange, and so in my case it's 30%. I will set a very high sell order, like it has to make like solid money, and then if it happens, it happens. You know, because I'm traveling, and I've set my my account to static IP, so that I can't trade anywhere else. So I set the orders. If it happens, great. you know, it's gonna help me make money. But yeah, I mean, quantum has been doing very well. But let's talk about other stuff as well. I think I'm gonna be starting to pick up some Bodhi. Bodhi is a prediction market cryptocurrency. Now, what's so special? Well, I can't really find. I guess the whole idea about prediction markets is quite fun. Marcus, no, good price entry for quantum. You might want to see a pullback first before you enter, because quantum has. Okay, one thing good about quantum is that it has steadily been going up. It's not like suddenly it became $20. Okay, so it has been steadily picking up, but still quite fast. Okay, I must say, before I left, it was below $12. Now it's already 13, hit high of 14 just yesterday. So that's quite good, you know. Pretty happy about that. But you know, I'm not here for 20-30%. You know, I'm looking at literally. I see this whole project going to $30 and above, but I think you have to give it some time, probably next year. What I wanted to say, oh yes, Bodhi. So Bodhi, the prediction market that was that is an ICO on quantum, actually was oversold. So I was actually quite interested in Augur. Back in the day when Augur was the very first prediction market. I'm not even sure do they even have a working product now, you know. If you think about it, but Augur, the current price of Augur, I think is about $17 to $18. But that was like, I think last year. I think, is it last year or yeah, I think it should be last year. So now there's a new prediction market that is going to challenge Augur, which is Bodhi. Now, why do I say that it can possibly challenge? Because this is the Korean, this might be the China or Korean version of Bodhi, of Augur. So, if I manage to catch it while it's still cheap, because right now I think for every 100 quantum, okay, so you have to have, okay, just something separate, right? If you have quantum in your wallet, for every 100 quantum, you're going to receive 4 Bodhi coins. This is just, I think 4% is allocated for airdrop. So you have to download the quantum wallet in your for your desktop or your Raspberry Pi or whatnot. And in your GUI wallet, I assume that they're going to airdrop to you a Bodhi. So I think you're going to receive 3 or 4 Bodhi for every 100 quantum. So that's something for you to get started on. I mean, it's not a lot, guys. Trust me when I say this. But it's for you to get acquainted with the project. Yeah. So a Bodhi is Floyd is basically a prediction market, right? It's a prediction market. I think it's kind of fun, and the Augur initially caught my interest because I realized, hey, you know, most of the current speculative markets now are centralized. Bodhi is going to be decentralized. So Augur, if you go and research Augur, it's basically an American project by what's his name? Something Kroger. You know, but after a while, I never heard of him anymore. And I think there's this guy called Jeremy Gardner, which is also from Augur, who is working on the quantum project as well. Bodhi. Bodhi. Yeah. Sorry, have you heard about the algorithm tool that's coming out? And if you do, no, Mike, I have not heard of the algorithm tool. But I'll check it out. It's a tool for, I assume, like algorithms or something like that. Oh, okay, almost $20 now, right? Okay. So how do you dollar cost average when investing? I have exactly 100 quantum on my quantum wallet. Okay. Yeah, so check Bodhi out. You know, I think it's a fun project to buy. I hope they pull it off, because you know, you never know, right? Because if you want prediction markets to be successful, you still need to shill it. You know, you still need to promote it, and you need to have people using it. So maybe I share a little bit about those who are unfamiliar about prediction markets. So let's say, for example, if you wanted to bet whether tomorrow, let's say I'm in Zurich right now, and what is the weather tomorrow? If we have this platform up and running, we can predict what is the weather tomorrow, and if there's enough interest of people betting on the weather tomorrow, those who got it right will earn something. Those who didn't get it right won't get anything. Then there's going to be an oracle that will validate the weather. So the oracles are usually third party. If you're not going to be able to get any Bodhi if you have it on the exchange. You have to have the Bodhi. You have to have the quantum, in your Quantum wallet in order for you to you have to have your Quantum in your Quantum wallet before you can enjoy the free Bodhi, guys. So every 100 is 3 or 4, so you have to decide for yourself whether is it worth it for you to change. Because okay, so based on the calculation, it's 46 cents for every single Bodhi, based on I think it's so based on one Quantum you get 40 Bodhi or something like that. So I think one Quantum is currently at $13-14. So if you divide that up by one Quantum is 30 Bodhi, so it's about 46 cents. Yeah, so you got to see whether is it worth it for you or not, to transfer it. If it's not, then it's okay, guys. I'm just sharing about the project. Prediction markets is something that I've always hoped that would take place because it's fun, right? Everyone can speculate on something. I've not visited Zuck yet, Floyd. I might not visit Zuck actually because it's like kind of out. It's like not out of the way, but it's a very small town, right? So I'm not sure if I go there, then what am I going to do there, right? So I'm going to Lucerne today, and I will. I had some cheese fondue yesterday, so it's okay. It's quite nice, very fresh. As always, all the Swiss food is very fresh. Another project that I was talking about was, there's a lot of controversy about Neo being centralized, right? Because Neo has only 13 nodes. So, but you know what? I was having this discussion with a few people in our chat, right? Saying that, okay, say for example, there's rumors that Neo is so-called supported by the government. Well, that's the rumor, right? That they are supported by the government, but no one actually knows whether they really have government support. And I am relaxing, man. I'm it's actually like 5 a.m. here. I couldn't sleep ever since 3 a.m. because I'm still jet lagged, so I don't recover very well. Okay, but anyway, back to the topic about Neo. Okay, so Neo apparently has only 13 nodes. So I'm not sure how decentralized is having 13 nodes, but it doesn't really matter because if they really have government support, right, then the nodes are all controlled by the government. Yeah, so it's fine, if they really have government support. And the whole idea about decentralization is to have distributed security, right? Because you're having it in different nodes. And having said that, like Quantum currently now I think has 1,600 nodes, which is not too bad. But you have Neo that has only 13 nodes, and Neo is a 2-year project ever since they rebranded from N-Shares. So I'm not sure, man. Yeah, I know it's only 20 minutes, man. Zuck. Is now a good time to buy Quantum? Not really. Well, it depends on what is your long-term stake, right? I don't really encourage people buying, even though I'm someone who has invested in Quantum for quite some time, ever since August. But it doesn't mean that you need to get in now. What I would strongly suggest is that you probably want to get in when there's a dip. There's always a dip, man. Like currently now, the market seems to be very buoyant. I am happy, but I'm not happy at the same time because I know that having gone through so many cycles, it always corrects. It always corrects. Like for example, we're seeing Ethereum now at 345 or 350. I don't know how long it can last. Quantum wallet, where can I find? Okay, your Quantum wallet, you need to go to their. You can join their Telegram, and then you can ask the admins, because I don't want to give you the link here. I'm not sure whether it's accurate. So you have to get the new wallet. The current wallet I think is 14.7 or something like that. Wait, what percentage dip are you waiting for? 15%? Because you see, before I just arrived, and before I arrived here, right, Quantum was at below $12. Now it's at $13-14, guys. So maybe a 15% dip is a little bit better. Because you see, like for example, before I left, same thing, man. Bitcoin was, I think, at did it hit? Okay, I really can't remember. But I know Bitcoin was the 6,002, somewhere around there. Now it's back to 7,007. We had BCH go up to 1,000. sorry, 2,400. Then after that, that whole fiasco was over. Everyone started taking profit into everything else, and then yeah, you're having the whole euphoria. Suddenly, you see from a 200 billion market cap to 230 billion. I'm not sure, man. Hey, man, don't worry about it. Because you must understand that this market, you will always have a chance. Okay, for quantum's movement is basically just due to the fact that there are a lot of ICOs being launched on quantum. So for example, Bodhi was oversold, right? Bodhi was oversold. So a lot of people are buying up the quantum to participate in the current projects. That's why I told you guys, quantum is actually a hybrid blockchain that has the stability, the security of Bitcoin because of the UTXO, and then after that they have the Ethereum virtual machine. Combining these two together, right, which is actually quite difficult to perform in essence. But because of that, right, you have a lot of projects being built on quantum at the moment. So that's why you're seeing the price like start to go up. But I'm not sure how if okay, there's also MediBlock, right? MediBlock is basically like a data management. Then you have Ink, you have yeah, so a lot of right now I'm not new to this space. So as much as all these ICOs and whatnot, it's just pushing the price up. But you want to see successful ICOs. They are literally successful in this space. You cannot have ICO, you're just raising money for the sake of raising money, but then there's no product. What's up, Beaver Brain? Give us your opinion on Ripple. Okay, so Ripple, I would say good job. They didn't die. I didn't hear from them for a very long time, and Ripple was a project that I recommended quite a long time ago, guys. If you watch my July videos, I was in anticipation that Ripple and Stellar would do very well. Then, I guess, okay, look, people will move on, and I moved on. I sold off whatever Ripple I had because, Bitcoin prices was soaring, and then the Ripple price was going down. But in terms of US dollar perspective, it wasn't that far off. And then after that, the American Express deal came. Like, okay, then alright, so be it then. For those who had faith in Ripple and still held on, and I hope that you guys got out, right? Okay, wait, there's a question by Rares. Ryan, I bought Quantum on the 24th September using BTC. I'm down 16%. If you look at the dollar, I'm up 75%. That's right, man. You're up 75% on the US dollar. That's all that matters. Okay, don't we need to think from BTC perspective? Why are we talking from dollar perspective now? Okay, this is a very tricky question, Res. You can't fight the BTC. I've come to the realization that you can't fight BTC because BTC currently now is the only cryptocurrency that everyone so-called has the easiest entry. You want to buy BTC, then you stay in BTC. You don't ever touch any alts. No alt can so-called beat BTC. No alt can. Okay? If you want to invest in an altcoin, you talk based on the altcoin benefiting. Because at the end of the day, okay, let me ask you the next question. How many places allow you to use Bitcoin? Okay? We want to grow the Bitcoin. Yeah, if you want to grow the Bitcoin, then you only buy the Bitcoin. You don't buy anything else, you just buy the Bitcoin. You don't talk about altcoins. That means you're not supposed to be here talking about altcoins. Right? I am interested in the altcoin market. The Bitcoin is basically for you to use, right? You're here to use it. So if you're here to, for me, right, looking at Bitcoin is just for me to use and spend or whatnot. But unfortunately, like I'm here in Zurich now, I can't even spend my Bitcoin. There's no place that allows me to spend my Bitcoin. When I was walking around, I was in Old Town, I was hoping to see Bitcoin accepted here. No one uses Bitcoin, man. Like, it's like, okay, eventually it's not supposed to be like that. Eventually Bitcoin is supposed to be so-called a decentralized currency. Okay, let's try to understand that. It's supposed to be a decentralized currency. So when it's a decentralized currency, that means I'm going to be spending it, and that's how it works. For altcoins on the other hand, I treat them like a little bit like stocks. I trade them like stocks because you know it's gonna be it's gonna be like me investing in a particular stock, but of course naturally bear in mind that altcoins are not equity. They don't provide you any equity. You're just here to invest in that project because you believe in that project. You see that there's long-term prospects in that project and you want to participate in the growth. You want to see some further developments. That's why you're investing in altcoins. If not, then you just stick to Bitcoin, man. Nobody wants to be the guy who pays 10,000 BTC for a pizza. Well, at least safe to say that no one is going to use one. I mean, look, it's gonna be now, at least because the price of Bitcoin is like 7,700. You're gonna use fractions of it, so it's good. I'm in South Africa. How would I trade BTC against Tether or USD? I find myself only being able to trade against BTC. Bradley, I'm not very familiar with what exchanges are available in South Africa or how accessible. I mean, what kind of accessibility do you have to various exchanges? But usually, right? I'm sure you guys have an OTC market, but I'm not sure how credible is that that person offering you Bitcoin to Tether, right? I think for South Africa, I'm sure you can use Bittrex or Kraken and whatnot, right? There should be no restriction. Patience is key. Yeah, patience is key, man. On-chain. Oh, on-chain event 18th of November. Okay, on-chain is basically the isn't that what's his name? Ta Hongfei. Ta Hongfei is part of on-chain, right? Yeah, so yeah, guys, look, money is money, man. I'm here to make money, and it's gonna be fun. Going forward, I'm just gonna enjoy this ride. I'm not sure. Look, man, I'm not sure how we're gonna end the year. I really have no idea because there's now Bitcoin Diamond, right? Anybody gonna get some Bitcoin Diamond? You know, all this forking from Bitcoin is all BS to me, man. Imagine if we keep falling for it and people keep FOMOing. Like, why do you FOMO when you don't even have enough Bitcoin? Like, if you have enough Bitcoin, then it kind of makes sense for you to FOMO. But if you're going to have very little Bitcoin and then you get some forked version of the Bitcoin, why do you even bother? Just use the strength and buy altcoins, man. They're just more together, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't you find that most altcoins are just more together? They think as one because the team just wants to move forward in the particular project. Look at how messy Bitcoin is, man. How to get into Tether? Okay, so how we get into Tether is based on the fact that once we have our Bitcoin on an exchange, so let's say Bitfinex, Bittrex, okay, so Bittrex, Bitfinex, and Poloniex all I think use Tether. So once you get your Bitcoins onto the exchange, right, you are able to convert into Tether. So that's the only way. You can't have Tether anywhere else. But bear in mind that Tether is run by only 4 banks, which is Taiwanese banks. So just take note, right? If you're cool with that. Anyway, the Tether, I've not converted to Tether in a long time, so I am not very sure. Taiwan is number 1. But not when you have, look, if you have Tether by only 4 banks in Taiwan, right? That's it's a bit on a risky side. So, you know, it's best that you don't be too much on the Tether side. What do you convert between then? Just alts and BTC. Alts and BTC. Now I'm using alts against Ethereum. The CG conference call is tomorrow. Yes, I think. Yes, on Sunday. Yep. Yeah, you can read up about Tether. Tether is basically a centralized. It's still centralized, right? It's just that it's offered across certain exchanges, but it's run by I think 4 banks, 4 Taiwanese banks. Still bullish on Neo and Icon. I am not in Icon, but I did buy Neo. So I bought Neo before I left, based on a tip to buy some Neo, and then then I just decided to buy some Neo. I've never bought Neo before, just so you know. I'm not a Neo fan, guys, but but I told myself, fuck, just be a bit more open-minded, and look, I'm here for profit, okay? I'm here for profit. What's up, Tashi? So I'm here for profit, and end up, yeah, I decided to buy Neo, and okay, you made money, then all good, man. You know, nothing to say. You know, you made money. I think you don't complain when you make money, right? Will ETH spring any surprises after the recent fork? I think ETH will definitely spring surprises only when Casper goes live. So any chance that Ethereum dips, I think you better go and buy some. That's the whole idea. Okay, when Ethereum dips, then you go and buy some. If Ethereum doesn't dip, if Ethereum dips, you go and buy some. I've been advocating Ethereum for quite a long time. What's your next 10x coin? My next 10x coin would be probably, but 10x is very hard, guys. Okay, the stuff that I've always been investing in, very hard to 10x, because for the fact that when I look at something, right, I need to see some development before I buy into it. I can't buy it based on just purely an ICO. Oh, Casper is live. No. When is Casper live? No, Casper is not live. It's now on testnet. It will go live, I don't know, next year, right? So the 10x coin, okay. Let me just be smart about the answer. Anything that wants to 10x, right, you have to look for things that are below 100 million. I think that's a bit more fair. Anything below 100 million is easy. Anything that is 1 billion and above, 500 million and above, it's very hard to 10x, guys. Let's think about it logically. If you want it to 10x, and I'm in quantum, that means the fucking thing has to be 10 billion. How can it immediately become 10 billion in a short span of time, right? So not possible, right? Omise Go, for example, is now, I think, 694 million. So you want it to 10x? That's like, yeah, it's not possible, man. So you have to look for, look for stuff that is cheap. Like right now. Yes, 10x over a long time. Yes, of course. So please go and watch my video on the quantum ecosystem. If you find cryptocurrencies that have this kind of stuff, right, then you have a chance. If you don't have, okay, let's just put it this way. Whatever Ethereum did, you have to find that cryptocurrency that has that. You cannot have a one perspective kind of cryptocurrency and expect you cannot expect to have a one perspective cryptocurrency and expect it to 10x with no reason. It can only, let's say if it raised 15 million. Okay, let's say if it raised 15 million to go to 150 million, it's a 10x, right? Yeah, so that's possible. But anything else, you have to really see some big infrastructure improvement or a lot of network exchanges accepting it. There's lots of liquidity. There are lots of wallets. You cannot have a fucking just a one desktop wallet and expect people to use it. Who the heck carries around their desktop in their pocket? You need to have a mobile application. You need to have some kind of use case. You need to have some merchants using it. That kind of stuff. If you don't have all that kind of stuff, it's just speculation, man. That's why sometimes when I look at certain projects, right, I'm thinking, come on. It's like, yeah, I mean, I buy the idea. Everyone's raising money through ICOs. Okay, I get it. But how realistic is your project going to be in the next 1 year or so to 2 years ago? What kind of development are you going to have? What kind of team do you have? What kind of marketing do you have? I have not actually researched Cardano. And I know Cardano, just now I think one of, so I think someone mentioned that Cardano is actually Charles Hopkinson. Charles Hopkinson is basically IOHK or Ethereum Classic, right? He was working on Ethereum Classic. Now even he has moved on, right? Even he has moved on. So, I mean, I'm not sure whether they moved on, but as in, I noticed that they are focusing on different projects now. So I'm curious about how IOTA is going to perform. I'm curious about how EOS is going to perform, because EOS is by Dan Larimer, and he's claiming that he's actually better. He's actually gonna create a better Ethereum, right? Yeah. So this is a very big statement. So if you want to say that you're going to be bigger than Ethereum, right, you better have enough developers working on your project, and I think you're going to have to make sure that you fill up those shoes,
Because yeah, I mean, I don't know how achievable is it, because you look at quantum took some time to fruit. So if Dan Larimer is gonna pull it off, he better pull it off, man. I'm sure. Okay, look, I think there was an article that says that EOS is going to it has 1 billion in terms of VC capital. How do you validate whether you really have 1 billion in terms of VC capital? I mean, that's like anybody can say that, man, because you know it's all about big numbers. Like recently, let's talk about the PB report. Okay, let's just put it that way. The PB report, all right, was saying that they're gonna give out 1 million in terms of marketing dollars for their for their event. It's the big numbers that really catch attention. So same thing, man. It's all American marketing, and that's something about American marketing that I kind of like, but I dislike at the same time, because where's the real substance? I'm just saying, where is the real substance in all this? And when I looked at Quantum's project, right, Quantum is just whacking and whacking and whacking, just showing the effort, going from one country to another, going for meetups, fireside. You know, they're just working. You know, it's none. They don't show like huge numbers or anything like that. If Patrick says that he's gonna have Quantum listed on an exchange, it gets listed on an exchange. It's not like he doesn't like claim or say that, you know, when he says, okay, we're gonna be listed on a X number of exchanges, after a few weeks, right, it gets listed. You know, it's like real deal showing some. Yeah, okay, there you go. Yes, so Josh, EOS claims they will have over 100 dApps ready to launch with the mainnet next year. That's a big claim. Yeah, well, Josh, exactly. So, you know, it's very hard to say, because they had a freaking long ICO that someone just now says that it's half done. So I'm not even sure how realistic is this. 1,000 dApps, guys. That's like... And I'm thinking, how stable are you? If you're not even stable, or you don't have enough decentralization, how is that? Why would I build on you? If you're not decentralized enough, that means you're not stable. That means you must have a lot of EOS nodes, all right, for you to support 1,000 dApps, you know. 1,000 dApps, that's a lot of smart contracts. That's a lot. So that means, right, either these guys, the EOS project, already has this network already established in the world. That means they already prepared for it already. So they're going to have a lot of nodes all over the place. That means different regions and countries. And then from then, right, they already have, like, they already pre-booked, like, okay, they already started pitching already. Okay, you know, this project, okay, this project is going to be built on EOS, this project is going to be built on EOS. They're already pitching the whole idea because of riding on the Dan Larimer name, right? And then from then, okay, we'll support. It's just like Quantum. Quantum was very surprising for me too, because I didn't expect to have so many projects being built on Quantum, and Quantum is only since July, you know, since July, to be very honest. 20th of July it listed on Bittrex, so it's a very young project. But suddenly, hey, you're seeing them launch on suddenly you see a whole string of projects being listed. So I'm very impressed, but I also question. Okay, so you see, I'm waiting for Orbiton to go and complete the. Hey, Orbiton, if you're watching, please, can you please put out the Patrick Dye interview? Thank you very much. So once, see, I even question how stable is Quantum, all right, to accept all these projects, because if you want to have more projects being built on a particular smart contract platform, then you must have decentralization. So currently now, Quantum is currently having 1,600 nodes. That's okay, because when you go to the node map, right, you can see that how many nodes are currently supporting the Quantum network. So it's good. Okay, at least you see that. But I want to see that also for other contracts. Like, for example, you say Neo is damn awesome and everything, but Neo only has 13 nodes, guys. It only has 13 nodes. Like, what the fuck? It's like that's like 13 servers across how many? Is it all concentrated in one country? Someone please tell me, where are these 13 nodes? So, you know, I'm trying to figure that out, man, personally. So, okay, so as I was saying, there's this project okay, Omisego. So what's your thoughts on Omisego? Seems nothing has been happening lately. Okay, for Omisego, please give them some time, man. The mainnet is next year. You're not gonna expect, okay, you're not gonna see anything happen for Omise Go until they created something. Congrats, Raja Silan. Okay, congrats on your first quantum staking reward. As you can see, it's fair, right? Because in a sense that you don't have, let's just put it this way. If I'm a miner, I have more mining power. I get to mine my next block faster. Potentially, I could even mine another block very quickly. Same thing like quantum. If I don't have enough staking in my wallet, I don't deserve to have that many. So I know that there are some people who have a few quantum and they're feeling like, shit, I'm putting this quantum in, I'm putting my quantum in my wallet, but unfortunately I don't see much rewards. Okay, guys, as much as I am supportive of the network, but if you have 100 quantum, 200 quantum, trade it. Trade it, go back and forth, and accumulate more quantum first before you think of staking, because quantum now is in growth phase, right? Roger, it's not about how many you need, right? You have to go to the quantum calculator, the staking calculator, and you pit yourself against the overall network. If you don't have enough, your overall the weightage keeps going up and down. If you can see the chart, it's anywhere from 9 million to about 16 million. So if you have less, your chances of earning quantum is lesser. So my take is, if you don't have at least 5,000 quantum, right, try to go and trade until you can hit a certain amount to kind of keep up with the overall network weight. Then it makes sense for you to leave your Pi on, or Pi is not electricity intensive. You can actually go and get your quantum from let's say if you're using a desktop, for example, which I highly discourage, because when you're using a desktop, right, it's kind of unsafe, because you're downloading stuff, you're opening up emails, and you might have a keylogger or some kind of screen capture, and then after that you're fucked. So I would rather you don't so there's Roger basically. So it's better to trade and accumulate. Yes, Roger, when you have lesser than 5,000, I think it's better that you just buy sell and accumulate the quantum. You sell, come back, you know what I mean, right? Okay, so just do that. Even I do that, right? Even I do that. So I leave 30% on an exchange so that I can buy and sell, so that I can accumulate and then buy back, that kind of thing. But I purposely set a very high take profit price. So if it happens, it happens, because I know that at the end of the day, anything that is 1 billion, and if it moves 30%, it's huge. So I tend to set like let's say for example, if it's I have this thinking, right? 500 million in terms of market cap, I will give it 15 to 20% TP, take profit. If it's 1 billion, right, I would set a TP of say 15%, because 1 billion for it to move 15% is huge. Anything lesser, then it sky's the limit already. I use a few. I do use Bitfinex, I use Binance, and I use Bittrex. So this is roughly the way I trade, guys. So I repeat myself again. Anything that is 500 million market cap and above, you set a TP price of 15%. That's already quite good. 15 to 20%. 15 to 20% for 500 million market cap and above. It can even go 20%. Then for 1 billion and above, right? For it to move 15% is already huge. Okay, you look at Ethereum. Ethereum, if you look at how much it has moved over a period of time, then that's okay. But in a one-day kind of scenario, it's usually 5%, because Ethereum is already very large already. So for the fact that it's a 23 billion market cap, and then for example it can move 5%, that's insane. So these are the strategies that I use, guys. I don't have like a multiple, I just like to read about projects. I like to converse with the founders, and just really dig deep about how they're thinking. You know, I can sense whether they really are raising money for the sake of raising money, or they really want to raise money to solve the problem. So that's the good part about what we do now. How to check nodes for quantum? Node map. You go to quantum.org, right? Then there's this tab that says node map. Then you let it populate a while. You'll notice the number of nodes that are there. Yep. Yeah, so guys, you know, very nice talking to you all. I probably will want to go and get some breakfast soon. But yeah, let's keep in mind that this market is still very young. Invest what you can afford to lose. Never ever always make sure that you do your research first before investing in cryptocurrencies. And like I said, this space is so young. We are still a long way to go. You know, we're still a long way to go. Let's have some fun. Let's build a community, and like I said, share the whole spirit of crypto, man. Because crypto is fun, but at the same time also it's very high risk. So not everyone is gonna buy your idea. And like I've been talking to certain people in Switzerland, and they are like, you know, they're not like open to the idea. They say, oh, it's highly speculative. You know, I will never touch it. Yeah, so we are still far away. The moment an old dude, like I was playing Texas Hold'em in the Swiss casino, and I asked this old dude, like they was just mentioning Bitcoin, right? So I said, so did you buy Bitcoin? Then he said, no, it's too speculative. I'm like, oh, okay. Then, you know, they still have that they still have that mentality. And when I asked a younger chap about Bitcoin, I said, did you buy Bitcoin? Then he says, no, I didn't buy Bitcoin. You know, so you see, we still have people who are pro Bitcoin, and there are people who are not pro Bitcoin. And by the way, Switzerland is very open to cryptocurrencies, right? So yep, with that being said, thanks so much, guys. I will catch you guys probably tomorrow or so when I'm in Lucerne. Bye.